Ever wondered why Meta suddenly cares more about Gorilla Tag than Half-Life Alyx? The answer lies in these numbers. Last year at GDC, Meta announced some shocking numbers about their business. They gave us, the public, an insider look of their sales and internal trends. This information gives us a glimpse of what to expect in the future. And this data will have consequences for the future of VR gaming as we know it. Chris Prouet went on stage. He's the director of games at Meta Reality Labs, which means he's the mastermind behind what Meta is cooking next. Every key investment in gaming is decided by Chris, like the 50 million creator fund for Meta Horizon Worlds. In his presentation, he explains us that in the past, the majority of the VR users have been the die-hard PC VR crowd. These are adults with money to spend and are all about high-end fidelity graphics. These are people that like games like Asgard's Wrath, Half-Life Alyx and Lone Echo. However, what actually happened is that over time more teenagers started showing up. This was a smaller part of the crowd and people that were using the headsets for different use cases. These were people that like playing games like Gorilla Tag. Chris explains that this was the goal of Meta the entire time with each launch of the Quest headset. They wanted to expand the market, expand to bigger markets than the PC VR crowd. But what happened next was totally unexpected. With the launch of previous devices, the peak of sales was usually with the pre-orders, the launch, Black Friday and also with Christmas. With the launch of the Quest 3S though, the pattern was totally different. What they noted though was that the Quest 3S was not being activated after Black Friday. They sold a lot of headsets, but nobody was turning them on. Christmas happened and there was a huge spike of headsets being turned on. This spike was unprecedented. But why does this matter? The audience started to shift. These were kids that used the device to play free-to-play games. These were the people that like games like I Am Cat and don't spend a lot of money at all. Well, let me know in the comments, are you spending more money now than last year? So why does this matter? Meta is a data-driven company. They make decisions based on the data. When they notice that the bigger audience are starting to move to free-to-play titles, they will actually start moving away their investments from the AAA single-player titles to the free-to-play titles. With their last earnings call, for example, Meta announced that the Meta Ray-Ban smart glasses have been a huge hit. And what happens next? You see that Meta doubled down on it. This means that for the future of VR gaming, Meta will invest more in free-to-play titles that have a multiplayer component. Think about titles like Gorilla Tag. And titles like Metro Awakening, Alien Rogue Incursion and Assassin's Creed have been big investments. But the growth is nowhere near Gorilla Tag. We are entering the era of free-to-play social games. If you are a PC VR gamer and you're worried about the future of gaming, you should know about one company that's totally dedicated to gaming. That is PlayStation. If you want to learn more about the future strategy of the PSVR 2 versus the Meta Quest, then you've got to watch this video next.